I started farming, otherwise I was a poor man. In the beginning I was working in a restaurant. Then I got a job in a transport company as a peon. Then I became a general manager. I saved 40,000 rupees. But I don't know. I was always thinking I should be added to some village, and maybe because my parents were farmers. With that intention I saved money and I brought some small land. My father had given me 1.5 acre of land. And with my money I brought some other land. So me and my wife worked there. But the biggest mistake I made in the beginning was I had a few trainings from agriculture university about green revolution. With that technology I started, and it was very easy to me to quadruply my production within 6 years. I was adjudged as the best farmer in the state just in 6 years by 78. But after all this high productions and popularities and all big encouragement, I found out I was losing my money. What I had saved from my profession was going out of my bank account. Input cost. Agriculture should not be external input oriented. Maybe to purchase some land and to build up the infrastructure like the water and a small house. Beyond that, seed has to come from your own farm. You should make your own seed, which is possible. A better seed you can make. And manure you can make with your own animals, with any external input on them, because you are using your agriculture leftovers. They are not waste, they are leftovers. And if you bring up like that, a few chicken, a few goats or some pigs, you have enough manure, and the family should work on the land. You are not lords, you are workers on your own land. Then agriculture becomes very profitable. With that reason, I gave up chemical farming and came to organic farming. That was 30 years back. It is very important for the very existence of humanity and all living creatures in the world. What has happened during the last 1.5 centuries, chemical farming all over the world. Take an example, Deccan Plateau. Before 62 years of using chemical fertilizer, soils in Deccan Plateau on average had 3% humus, which is absolutely necessary for cultivation, to hold water, to host soil fauna, and to provide nutrition, and to hold water and provide it to the roots, absolutely necessary. Can you believe, after 60 years of using chemical fertilizer, it has come down to 0.3%, 10 times less. So, in the first instance, we need 10 times more water. Where is water? Just in 30 years, the water table in my village has gone from 6 meters to 300 meters. Can anybody imagine this? Water collected and stored in the underground rock fractures is exploited, because the government, with its wrong policy of creating a land vote bank, they provided us cheap free electricity for irrigation. It is very bad intention. So, even if you are to pay 10 paisa per unit, you are using it, because money matters, whether it is big or small. Farmers would have used electricity and water very efficiently. And many things I do not understand is, I think it is a nexus between agriculture science, medical science, pharmaceutical industry, nowadays health insurance. It is a nexus that is exploiting the common people in this country, not only in this country, in the world over. Because rice, We need 5,000 liters of water to produce 1 kilo of paddy, not rice. 600 grams rice to come into our kitchen, we consume 5,000 liters of water. The same micro millets with 200 liters, we could have produced a kilo of flour, not grain. And the nutritive value 5 times more. Sugar release is so slow, so no way even a laziest man could have had diabetic. It is a wantonly promoted rice consumption all over the world. And our grains were 16 to 20 varieties of grains in the villages, in my own village 60 years back. Now our food is only 2 grains. In the world over it is 3 grains: wheat, rice and corn, maize. But unfortunately India, we are so rich, we do not want to use even corn. 80% of the corn produced in this country using precious underground water. And the most scarce item, electricity. We grow corn in my village. 80% of the cultivable is growing only corn because the labor is little cheaper. And where does this corn grow? It is fed to the animal to fatten them and discard the fat, throw it into sea. And corn produced with so much expensive inputs like diesel, fertilizer, water, electricity is going for alcohol production to run our vehicles. Is it so important if the community and the administration, let us forget about the administration, the individual people, if we had a responsibility of our future, my own children, my own family, we would not have done all these silly things. How we are consuming commodities? They are not commodities. It is a gift from, precious gift from God. Whether it is air, whether it is environment. Are we grateful to the Mother Earth? If you think of the Mother Earth, in the absence of Mother Earth, when you get up from it, where would you be standing? At least thank her for providing a place to stand up. And where were you getting your food? Where were the trees growing? Imagine what happens if the vegetation is not there, full of carbon dioxide. Do we express our gratitude to the trees that give us so fresh air? Everybody is interested in cutting trees. The agriculture science, the first provision in banking system is, according to Reserve Bank directions, bush clearing. So make your land barren, then discard the whole natural system, then become a purchaser from the industries. Agriculture science is not for production of food or providing food security. It is a means that drove the farmers into a trap to purchasing everything from industries: seed, fertilizer, cultivating equipment, plant protection materials, even preservatives. Then what is left to the farmer? Debt, debt, debt. In Urdu there is a saying, "Taklif utaya murgi, anda kaya fakir." So that is what happening world over. That is why organic farming is the only system immediately, not after 20 years. Many people say at least 20 years. No, that from tomorrow, if you do not change this system, you are on the edge of damage, worst things. Even 1 foot ahead, you will fall into a deep, deep 100 meters pit. You can imagine what happens. You are on the edge of destruction. We have to slowly get back. I do not say I should have a putagasi, no cloth in the system. We have to change with the world. There is a limit for the change. 15,000 sarees a woman should own and 750 pairs of sandals a woman should wear just because she has money or opportunity to gather them. And a police sub-inspector owns 15 flats just because he is capable of exploiting money from poor people. And a politician should own 50,000 crore worth of property because he has an opportunity to cheat people. No, we are not humans. First, let us change as a good citizen, then talk about changing others. We are only good with preaching, then that is the most important thing if for the future to come out of all these problems, global warming, water scarcity, food security, health, all these problems. Organic farming is the only left thing back. You have to go back, and small farming is the only thing that could provide a very good employment at their place, in their own place. Otherwise, what is this urbanization? Just Bangalore, one city in Karnataka, is getting more than 50% of money for drinking water. The rest of the state, including Mangalore, Mysore, Dharwad, Belgaum cities, just Bangalore is spending 55% of the money spent on water supply, just one city. What is the importance of only growing Bangalore? Because politicians get huge money. All the ministers, at least for 30 years in Karnataka government, industrial ministers, they are not interested in promoting industries. What is that industry? Body, skin conditioner, nail polish, antiseptics. That is not industry. You need tools to work. Encourage small industry, cottage industries. You need cloth. Encourage small weavers. You are subsidizing power looms, electricity. Where should that poor hand weaver should go? He has become virtually a beggar. He is starving and he is working 12 hours a day. The mill owners, just like that, they make billions of rupees. Because the government encouraging this system, because they get a huge money for their general elections, all the parties. Why so many farmers committed suicide? 2.5 lakh people committed suicide during the last 10-15 years, and there is no one single organic farmer committing suicide because his inputs are cheaper and no borrowing. Why farmers committed suicide? They borrow money from private money lenders, banks, and they went demand, they can't pay. 80% of the farmers commit suicide due to the external input cost. And hardly 2-3% may be some problem like drying up their wells or many healthy people becoming sick. Except 2%, 98% is this modern agriculture system. The Hassan district, farmers, at least 60% of the farmers who committed suicide in Hassan district were potato growers. The cost of the seed, and they coat with mercury based Cerazon, Agrozone. They are two deadly chemicals to save the potato from rotting when planting is made of mercury. And you can imagine what happens to people who consume mercury, which is indestructible. And it has a two severe fungal attacks, early blight and late blight. In Kannada we call it Angamari. For that we import a chemical from Switzerland costing 6,000 rupees per acre, and it is a systemic chemical. It will stay even in the tubers and we consume it. Then you could imagine. That is why I often and often say medical science, agriculture science, food habits and this health insurance is a nexus. We should discard this, forget about this, disobey it, and we have to go for organic farming. And my request with all the people is, It is very easy, and fortunately after 30 years of many people's devoted work, we have developed our old system, how our elders were doing. Even the worst damaged chemical farming land can be brought into or regenerated within 6 months at a cost of less than 5,500 rupees. There are preparations, Panchagavya, Jivamrita, and many other preparations. So that is my humble request with the administration, if they have any interest. I have lost faith in them, but if still there are some honest people to do some good thing with their capacity, the population of India, let them encourage organic farming. And my most humble request to my farming, just tomorrow give it up. And if you have any suspicion, come to me. I have that Jaivika Gurukula, organic. It is not a formal training, it is an informal school like Gurukula, that's why I called it. They will work here and they become stronger, and they don't forget what they do with their hands, and they will get strength and inspiration. At least 30% of the people who went away from me are very happy. At least 1,500 people during my 20-30 years of being an organic farmer are inspired, and they are firm on their belief, and they are happy also.